And we are live! This is the first episode of Kopi Talk! Okay, so I want to start this off by letting you guys know that why I started this podcast in the first place. So, I've been a huge fan of podcasts for the past 3-4 years because every time when I do my cardio,
He's lying.
Hey, shut up! All the guests are supposed to talk right now. Okay, back to the story ahead. Okay, so I've been listening to podcasts on my headsets every time I do my cardio, every time when I'm at home doing something that doesn't use my brain, and this keeps me company. Alright. So right now you're gonna have no idea how to run a podcast. I just literally try to Google everything and try to set up as much as possible being alone. Alright, so right now I am joined by 3 gentlemen. Alright, the 2 will be the subject of this whole talk. Right, so this is gonna be titled Weird Hobbies. Alright, and I have 2 friends right here that are into keeping 8-legged creatures. Alright, so let me introduce first off Arish Sido.
Yo, what's up, homies? Arish in the house.
The guy who I casually saved the name as Satan in my phone, Roger Low.
Hey, what's up, nice people?
And your resident half Filipino, half Chinese, Joshua Ho.
What's up?
How do you say hi in Philippines?
Hi. That's racist.
Ni hao.
Okay. So right now, So Arish and Roger, what got you guys into keeping this tarantulas as a hobby?
So, you wanna go first? I think you should go first.
Alright, for me, technically, the fascination started when I was bitten by one particular species when I was back in my hometown.
Okay.
It's not a good thing, but it's literally what kick-started my fascination for the hobby.
Hey, don't react to the sound effects, okay? Focus.
Alright. So what happened literally was I was out hiking with my brothers and cousins. I kind of put my hand onto like one of the tree trunks.
Oh, wow.
Hoping that it will be perfectly fine, only to, within seconds later, to feel intense pain on my, surprisingly, the middle finger.
Okay.
And then upon reaching home, I thought it was just a thorn or something. But then when I looked at it, I saw 2 puncture marks. I looked behind and I saw one of the rarest, I would say not the rarest, but one of the rare species of spiders that's found in Sabah. It's called the species Sabah Blue, which is quite rare. So I was fascinated. I told my cousin to take a photo of it and to print it out for me. So from there onwards, I started going on the net, surfing around, seeing like what kind and like how rare is it, what kind of species. Then from there, I kind of noticed that, holy cow, there's a lot of tarantulas out there. And the fact that they have different colorations, variants, and they all come from different types of habitats, it kind of like boosted up my fascination for them. So that's technically my storyline. And it started when I was 7.
Oh, 7?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't expect it was that young. That was a recent thing. So, throughout high school, okay, guys, for information, right, me and him, okay, we all went to the same high school. Not Roger. Joshua is the same. He's a classmate of mine. Okay, this guy's from Yok Choi for information, But it doesn't look like a Yok Choi guy. Okay, he looks like he belongs in St. Michael. Okay, so anyways, so throughout high school, you were into tarantulas and stuff.
I was into tarantulas, but I didn't start keeping them when I was still in high school because technically I wasn't confident yet when I was back in Ipoh from Sabah.
Yeah,
my collection started. Yes, correct. My collection started when I was in Sabah because technically in Sabah I lived in a village house, a wooden village house. So everywhere around me was a forest.
Up the tree, by the way.
Hey, you're from Sarawak. Shut up.
Yeah, I live up the tree too.
Where you shoot blow up.
So technically, like every morning, I'll like go out for like hiking around, enjoying the view, fresh air, like every weekends. And then once in a while, I'll just flip over a rock or like rotten logs, and I'll find a tarantula or 2 somewhere there. So from there, I started collecting, and slowly kind of got into the collection scene.
Oh, okay. So I heard from Roger that you're the one responsible for bringing him into this madness. How true is that?
I think that's my part of like how I started tarantulas.
Technically, what happened was I kept posting a lot about tarantulas on my Instagram account, and There's one time I actually caught a particular kind of insect or arachnid that's called a vinegaroon. So it's basically what you'll imagine as a lobster mixed with a scorpion.
Wait. I want it coming out from the horse's mouth. Roger, I want you to
Alright.
tell that story.
Okay.
Roger, up to you.
So I came across his Instagram. I wouldn't say came across. I follow him on Instagram, and then so I saw this species called whiptail scorpion, and then I was interested, and I was actually waiting for babies of it. I'm always interested in like keeping insects as pet as well, just because they're not any normal pets, and then. So what really happened was like one day he just messaged me and said, hey, I have a baby tarantula, and if you're interested, it's like you can try one.
For free, I have to pay you.
Yeah, I pay him.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought it off him, and then at first it was boring. It's only one like tarantula, and they're not like dogs and cats, that you can really play with them like how a dog and cats do. But then I don't know, eventually it actually is like really grown to me, and now I have a few species in my room. Yeah,
so how much you spend? I'm curious. Okay, you're relatively new into the scene of keeping tarantulas and stuff.
Aye.
Like how much money you spend really on tarantulas and stuff?
Shit.
And what do you have to spend on? Okay, like maintenance and all this. Can you break it down for me?
So the most expensive part about keeping tarantulas is actually buying them. That's about it. So it depends on the rarity, the color and stuff. That's where and also the younger they are, the cheaper they are. Number one, they're harder to keep, right?
Yeah.
And also the color is not
Initially, when they're slings, they're just boring gray color, tiny little spiders.
yeah, they look more boring. Yeah. And then so the younger they are, the cheaper they are, the older they are, the more expensive they are. And in terms of price, it depends on the rarity, color, age. Maintenance wise, it's actually really cheap as long as I wouldn't say any container, but container would do as their enclosure. Other than that, I bought like a packet of worm, which is like, it costs about like what, $1.
Oh,
I got a pack of them, and yeah.
Just continue. I just wanted to press that.
Oh yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I mean water. You have to maintain the water and humidity, but come on, man, water is free, man. Tap water.
So you just have to feed it once a week. That's it.
Yeah. So amazing thing about tarantulas is that why do you have to? Why do you need to feed them once a week? By the way, feeding once a week is only for slings, which is baby tarantulas. When they are adult, you just need to feed them a few times a month, like 2-3 times a month, right?
Some species can go up to like 1 month, one meal.
Mm-hmm.
Their digestive tract is very small, and it takes a long time for them to digest a big meal.
Oh, okay.
And other than that, I believe they're something like camel, where their stomach can store food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they're hungry, they digest, and if they're, when they're not hungry, they just keep it in their stomach. Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, how many kinds of tarantulas? Because I know I just had a conversation before the podcast started with Irish. It's like there are different kinds of tarantulas. I only thought there was one kind only. Right.
The normal, boring, brown, 8-legged spiders, right?
Yeah, exactly. So wait, how many kinds are there?
Okay, basically, this is how you're going to break it down. They come in 2 different variations. One is called the Old World and one is called the New World. The New World is technically all the western side of the country. All that side is all the New World tarantulas. Old Worlds are all on the eastern hemisphere.
Okay.
So basically, best way to differentiate Old World and New World is New Worlds, they are more, how do we say it? They are more or less more docile, slow moving compared to Old Worlds. Old Worlds have more speed on their side because they don't have any. The main difference is they don't have this urticating hairs on them. Urticating hairs is basically the hairs they have on their... Yes.
The one that will make us itchy one, is it?
Yes,
Oh,
on the abdomen.
So the one laying on the table, guys, if your guys are listening on Spotify, iTunes and stuff, you can't see it right now. But on the table, we have 4 of Arish's tarantulas, and they look like they have all those hairs that you're mentioning right now.
Yes, on the abdomen.
Okay, so like if I go and grab them right now, my hand's gonna be itchy.
Your hands, your depending also.
Okay, what if you grab it and after that you do the deed in the room lah?
That is gonna be one hell of a great time. It's gonna be great. Yes.
Okay.
It feels that way.
Okay, have you done so?
No, I don't want to.
No, life is about new experiences, my friend.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not taking that risk.
Fine. For one step forward for mankind, bro. If you
It
do
doesn't work that way.
Hey, Arish. Okay, Roger, you seem like a person that would do this kind of shit.
I know, right?
No one in the right mind would do it.
Hey, you have to speak directly into the mic. Nobody can hear
No
you.
one in the right mind will do it. Chua, what's wrong with you?
Everyone has their price. I know. How much would I have to pay you to jerk off with tarantula hairs?
$10, man.
All right, thanks for tuning in to our podcast. This is our first and last episode.
That's for you to go for it. That's for you to go for it. For me, you give me $10,000, I still won't do it.
Okay. Back to it. So, is there any cause for concern on these hairs? Like, okay.
Technically, they have different potencies on different species
So,
and
like, got the very
genuses.
itchy one, lah. Super itchy.
Itchy, I think.
Yes, there is
Itchy and
one
painful, wow.
species that is so painful that it can actually cause blisters.
Oh my god. Is it the one that they fry in Thailand and give you to eat?
Oh no, those are old worlds. They don't have hairs.
Wait, so.
Yeah,
really?
they are
We've been
the.
eating always, but okay, cool, alright.
At a point, I'm even surprised that they can use their bare hands and hold them because old worlds are very defensive. No matter
They bite, lah. They bite.
they
They're
will
buggers,
strike.
they're bastards.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, not you're watching.
technically, they are the pain in the ass in the tarantula world. Old worlds.
Okay. So new worlds are the okay. Let me get this straight, lah. Okay, is to reiterate for you guys. Is okay. New world is the very docile, very laid back,
They are more laid
very
back.
chill. Always smoke a lot of weed, right? So those are the new world. The old world are the old, stingy, aggressive buggers, lah.
Yeah, they don't like being disturbed at all.
Okay, so the one on our table right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we have right here in front of us right now?
Okay, so from right to left, we have a Chaco Golden Knee, which is the Grammastola pulchripis. We have the Grammastola pulchra, which is the Brazilian black, one of actually the best looking black
Brazilian.
spiders.
So this is like an African. I don't think it's the PC. I don't want to be. I need to be PC on this radio show. Okay, so it's like no, it's not gonna work, lah. Better stay PC. Okay. Anyways, continue back. The next one.
The next one is Brachypalma auratum, also known as the Mexican flame knee. They have like red, like really bright red colors on their knees. And then the last one is Brachypalma albiceps, which is the golden red one.
Okay, wait, hold on. Joshua, have you hold the tarantula in your hands before?
No, never.
Would you like to try? Okay, so right now we're gonna witness a first time in human history whereby we have a half Filipino, half Chinese gonna touch a tarantula for the first time.
Are you sure about this, Joshua?
What should I do? Just stay calm,
don't
right?
do anything. Just stay calm. Let it like crawl past your hand. Come on.
His name is John C.
Oh, look at that! But then,
All right.
Okay,
So now
yeah.
what you have to do is just put your hand up like this and let it crawl past your hand.
Oh wow!
It feels not bad, right?
It feels damn cool, eh?
It feels not bad, right?
Yeah, wow. Joshua, can you like make it bite your finger? I pay $10 though.
Do it, man.
All right, time to go back in, buddy.
Okay. So that's really cool. I like the black one over there. So just now you mentioned this is red. Is it red?
Yes, it has
Flame
like
knee.
it's called the flame knee. Technically,
Wait. None of these buggers jump out, right? Because so, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they jump out, I have no guarantee I'm not gonna smack them and kill them. So you
don't worry. Those belong
Oh,
to
I
the
didn't know our
arboreal.
host is a little sissy.
Hey, shut up, Roger. Don't make me come up with your phobia online.
Alright,
right
thanks for tuning in.
It doesn't work that way,
We got
Roger.
beef
He
to
doesn't want to.
settle. We got beef
Okay,
to settle.
if you guys tune in to the podcast one day, I promise you, we will unveil what is this guy's deepest, darkest fears. Let's just say if he becomes a Batman-like story, he's going to be a very interesting hero. That's all for now. Stay tuned. Okay, continue back. So wait, so these guys not going to jump out and bite me in the face, right?
No, they won't.
Okay, lah.
So technically, moving on, aside from the New World and Old Worlds, we also have 3 different habitats. We have the arboreals, we have the terrestrials, and we have the fossorials. So arboreals, technically, they require more. They live in like trees, canopies, high canopies. They prefer higher elevation.
Oh, okay.
So
As
height over width.
The height over width, yeah. Terrestrials, they prefer more landscape space. And they will rarely will burrow, but provide a height and they'll be more than happy with it. As for fossorials, it's basically like the medium between the arboreal and terrestrial. You just need to fill up the container with 3/4 worth of dirt and they'll start burrowing all the way.
Oh, wow.
Fossorials are basically the burrowers.
Anyone
Like
here?
trapdoor
No.
Oh wow.
Fossorials mainly are old wolves, so that's why I don't risk bringing them around.
Okay. So wait. Okay, right now I want to ask a couple more questions. Right? I've always thought of this situation whereby, okay, since you're keeping all these creepy crawlies in your room, right? Has any of them ever escaped an enclosure before?
What a story! What a fucking story!
All right, let's go with Roger first.
Okay, so I just started this year, so I don't have as much story to tell as Arish, but I do experience. So one of my slings actually escaped.
Slings are baby spiders, by the way.
Yeah, slings are baby spiders. It's an old world, so you can imagine they run faster, like really fast, and it just climbed onto my hand. And at first I thought it's like, oh, it's fun, you know. Finally, your tarantulas climb on your hand, and I was shirtless. So I was shirtless.
Sexy.
Did it bite your nipples?
So it climbed onto my hand, and I let it like walk around for a bit, and it started bolt all the way to my back. Now So I started to panic. Why? Because I can't see and it's still a baby. I really don't want to damage. So yeah, I really don't want to like. Shut up! Shut up! Yeah, anyway, so it started climbing onto my back and it's still a baby. I really don't want to like damage it. So I started panic. I couldn't see. And it climbed to my back of my neck. It was very like straight out fucking ticklish. And then
Wait, Roger, before you continue, I got a very important question. They go to your nipples.
no, it would have given me
It'd be interesting
something
though.
hard, you know.
Oh.
Anyway.
No. Oh god.
So yeah, then after that I felt something weird, and when I turned around, it actually jumped onto my wall, and I was lucky for that, and it just stays there. So I just grabbed an empty container and just cut the guy and got it back. So that's my only escaped story.
Arish, you got anything to share?
Oh yes, I got a bunch of them actually. So at one time, this bugger here, this
black
Grammostola
one.
pulchra, I accidentally kind of didn't close its enclosure properly, and because terrestrials are actually much more stronger because they're bulky,
Yeah.
so they can actually push open this.
I have
If it
something.
was
Right,
half-
sorry to interrupt, but I have something to say after this about. I believe a lot of people have the question that ask, "What if they escape? What if they escape?" I'll tell you guys about that later. Go on.
So okay, moving on. It actually pushed its way out. And then I was like, where the heck is this little bugger? Looked around the house and then what is I just pulled open one of my cabinets. God bless, it was just down there hiding in the shadows.
Oh my god.
So that was one. And then this other one is a very, very long-term story. I lost it as a 1-inch specimen.
So means it grew from a
Sling to a 1-inch. I had
Okay.
it that size. I rehoused it. I didn't know that it was on. I mean, it was on top of the stack of cups that I had, and again the same situation. I actually didn't close the enclosure properly. It pushed its way out. I was like, crap! Another spider gone this time. So it was 1 month since I saw it. No, sorry.
So it's the size of a 50-cent coin, lah. Technically.
Yes.
Okay, and it's roaming around your room, and you do not know where
It is.
hell this bugger is.
Yes, I searched the entire room and it wasn't there.
Oh god.
2 or 3 months later, I got a call from my grandma. Arish, why is there a tarantula on the floor? Oh my god. I asked, okay, just put a Tupperware over it and wait for me to come back. I was still in college at the time. So when college ended, I zoomed straight away to my house, and then lo and behold, it's the same guy that was lost 3 months ago.
Has it grown bigger?
Yes, it grew up to 3 inches?
Oh right, what? Oh my, that's like 350 cents.
Yes.
What the hell? Has it been? Okay, what? I mean, okay, it means it's been hunting around your house for food.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So God knows what it's been eating, and God knows
Maybe that was
what
your-
it's been
maybe Your
doing.
grandma been sickly feeding lah. How you know?
We will never know.
You feed the fish, chicken, call the fellow.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, why not? You can feed them chicken and fish.
No. I mean, you can drop the meat in, they will eat it, but then maintenance is going to be a pain in the ass.
Wait, I don't understand. Why can't they eat like regular, like, okay, not regular, but, aside from worms and shit, crickets or whatever, they eat. Why can't they eat like chicken, sausages, a hamburger, pizza or something?
Processed food is bad. That's one thing.
Right.
If you get like fresh chicken and you cut pieces and throw it in, it's perfectly fine actually. But the problem is it doesn't have the balanced nutrients that normal insect that you feed will have. Because for example, feeders we call it. Let's say I have a bunch of mealworms I want to feed. Beforehand, a day before I feed my baby tarantulas or whatever tarantulas I'm going to feed, I will gut load them with whatever fruits, vegetables, anything that has nutrient content.
Wait, you give fruits to tarantulas?
No, the feeders, the mealworms.
mealworms. Right, okay.
So that all that nutrients that's inside the guts is there. So I just have to pick one up and throw it in, and they have all the balanced nutrients they need. If I were to give a piece of chicken, all it gets is just a protein and a bit of fat in it.
Yeah.
Alright, so to any listeners, I don't know why the fuck would you want to listen to this podcast. Anyway, for those who wonder that what if they escape, that really comes down to the owner's fault, the keeper's fault. Why, like Arish said, you did not close it properly. They can push, and stuff like that, but if they're not that strong. They're not that strong. They can't really break out.
They can't really bite their way through.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
can't bite
there
their way
are
through.
certain.
Yeah. So if they ever escape, it's always the owner's fault that they escape. Either you forgot to close the enclosure, or
That's not fair, man. That's not fair.
I mean, there might be someone.
Every single animal has their own responsibility too, right?
Or probably someone might have just entered your room without you knowing, and they just tried to fool around, and then they
maybe
opened
his
it.
grandma.
Yeah. So okay, I mean, well,
So
again,
it's not all the time the owner's fault.
why would you
Take it
wanna?
back.
Why would you wanna let someone enter your room and fuck with your tarantulas?
It depends.
Some girl with some kinky shit for tarantulas.
Okay, but the bottom line, right? My main point is that they can never really escape purely by themselves.
Okay lah.
Yeah.
Got it lah.
Yeah.
Everything's
the
our
man with the
fault lah.
experience has spoken, man.
Yeah. Okay. So, Josh, do you have any questions for our friends here?
Nah, dude.
Why
Hey,
not?
come on lah. Ask something lah. You sit down here only for free coffee.
10 out of 10.
It's not even coffee.
Shut up lah. You've come.
This show is a scam. I was promised coffee. Look at this.
Hey, don't listen to the guy. Hey. Coffee will come later lah. I owe you lah inside the cup. Okay. Ask lah something lah. Nothing is curious. You're not curious anything about these spiders.
No, they just look really, really good. Especially this one.
Okay.
There's this red color thing on its knees. Is it knees?
Yeah.
It's cool, man. But I wouldn't keep it in my room. to be honest.
Why not?
What if it, like they say, it gets out?
It's your
And
fault.
then-
What?
Yeah, everything's my fault. But still, they are fascinating creatures.
Yeah, so you won't spend. Okay, if Arish were to give you one free spider right now,
Oh, God.
like this is like you know Pokemon, they let you choose like 3 different.
Which
Pokeball.
one would you wanna
Like, they
have
give
for
you
free?
Pokeballs. Yeah, this is Oak, right? Professor Oak.
I will hand you.
So which one will you choose? I'll choose the black one, hey bro.
Yeah, I think so.
That's so
Anything
cool,
that doesn't, sting me or kill me out of nowhere, man. In your sleep, just crawls up to you.
All right, here's one
Oh,
misconception.
okay. Yeah. Just go. Continue.
There's one misconception I really want to clear out. Anything that has anything that has a mouth or teeth will bite without a doubt. I mean, when we were kids, we used to bite people, didn't we?
Hey, you are the only
Didn't
one
we?
that bite.
Didn't we?
I know I didn't
No,
bite
no,
anyone.
no.
Well, you bite food.
Yeah.
I bite food, but I don't bite people, bro.
Have you ever bitten
I think
yourself
he did.
out of randomness?
Shut up, don't. Hey, we didn't go to the same primary school.
Ruben, where you at? He didn't bite you, yeah?
Hey, don't come out. All high school stuff will come out. If not, a lot of shit we can talk about each other. It's like going to be a constant cycle of blackmail. Sure?
Anyways, anything that has a mouth, teeth, or anything like that will bite. So the one thing that everyone should take this into consideration and have a clear mind is when you have a tarantula in your hands, don't cause it to freak out or panic or don't put external pressure on it. The moment you put an external pressure, they will find a way to escape. And the last resort will be biting.
Okay, I want to ask. That will be a good segue into my next question. Have any of you got bitten by a tarantulas before?
Oh, yes.
Roger? Roger, have you?
Not tarantula. So this is when I was in high school and I was quite young. It wasn't tarantula, but it was a spider bite. Like it was a random spider bite, but of course I'm fine.
Are you Spider-Man now?
Yeah, exactly.
What, it should come out of my wrist?
Yo, my.
It probably comes out somewhere else, but
This is
he's not
supposed to
telling.
be, children are tuning into this, okay?
There's such thing called cum, children. That's how baby comes from.
Oh God! This is
Education.
now.
You're tuning in for education.
He has
right?
forever changed the course of this podcast. It's supposed to be a family-friendly show, okay, or podcast.
I'm educating.
But
I'm
unfortunately, not anymore since to Roger Lowe. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. So wait, you got bitten in high school by a
Random
spider.
spider.
Yeah,
random
just
spider.
yeah.
It hit like shit lah.
Oh, it hurts.
How small is the spider?
It's about 20 cents, I think.
20 cents, so small. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it was-
you got
it was a
bitten
spider.
by.
Spider and tarantula.
By a fully grown tarantula, yes.
Okay, how big is that tarantula?
wait.
Hey, look at the camera. Look at the camera there and show you how big.
So technically, the worst bite I had was this is my hand. It was about this big.
My
Full
God.
7 inch.
Whoa!
It was a full 7
How
inch.
you not dead yet, man?
Metallica.
Metallica.
So basically,
Not the metal band, by the way.
no, it's called the Pisloteria metallica. So basically, Pisloteria genus has one of the worst bites
Okay.
in the entire tarantula hobby.
What's that? The guy name on YouTube? Coyote Peterson. Yeah.
Yes,
Is
coyote.
he gotten bitten by that? No.
Oh no.
Just to him.
I'll suggest
Okay,
to him.
you got bitten by that bugger, whatever. Metallica. Okay.
P metallica.
P Metallica.
So what happened was, I was bitten at my thumb. So within the first half an hour, my thumb started swelling double its size. That was just the first case.
No.
No, that was just the first.
I need to cue this.
It hurts. It hurts.
Okay. Back.
All right. So after the initial swelling on my thumb, it spreaded out towards my entire hand, to my wrist, and to my entire forearm.
Alright.
After that, within the next 3 weeks, my hand was having this muscle spasm, cramps. Randomly at night, I'll wake up because of intense pain.
Shit. 1 week.
Not 1 week, 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
At times, it can last for months.
Okay, that's it. I'm crossing this potential all the way out already. Am I?
No, that's as I said, it depends on the genus. The genus is Pisloteria. It's one of the most venomous in the entire. Yeah. Singapore blue is not as bad as.
I'm saying like you compare like the stories
Yeah.
that you tell me that you compare Singapore Blue and Metallica bitten you like
And then here and there, I was bitten by some of the more regular ones, such as the Brachypalma and Grammastola. Those most is just swelling for 2-3 days.
Okay.
And then and most of these terrestrial species, they focus on mechanical damage over chemical. Chemical being the venom, mechanical being the fang bite.
All right. So would you say that recently I had a friend who got bitten by her dog. Minchin, we were watching.
Rabies.
Okay, so what I call this? Would you say that it's much worse being bitten by a dog or a cat than a spider?
I don't. It depends. Does a dog have venom?
Yeah,
Maybe. Who knows?
it may be a rabies.
Min,
rabies.
you better answer this
Rabies.
question. You get poisoned by a dog?
At
No,
most.
I don't know lah. Okay.
Okay, so technically the comparison is depending if the dog is
What? There's
carrying.
those dogs?
No, the dog has rabies or not.
Okay.
If it has rabies, then
we know that. We know. Alright.
if it has rabies, then that's the worst case scenario to get bitten by a dog. But if you were to compare a normal dog bite to for example, a P metallica, I would say P metallica is gonna end. It feels like you want to jump off a building.
Oh shit.
That's
you
how
would rather
painful it is.
Get a dog bite.
Okay.
I was like, I would rather have 10 dog bites than one metallica bite.
Really? Is that bad? Oh my god.
The initial pain, then after that it'll subside, and by the end of the month it should be fine.
Okay. So next up. Alright, so we come to the segment whereby right now this is something that Roger requested because he wants to see. I've known Roger for the longest time, and I think so. You guys can attest to this. So He is a great conversationalist and he is the king of bullshit and bullshit that will
Cock
blow your
stories.
mind. Cock stories as well. Okay. So right now, we're gonna get our bro here to basically, I don't know what sound effect I'm gonna give you right now.
Something cool, man. You better give me something cool, man.
That's good enough.
I guess so.
Wait, let's see what other sound things are there. Let's
Hey,
see.
just forget it, man. Just forget it, man.
Why not John Cena though? I like John Cena.
Nah.
Okay. Alright, okay, we got it. Okay, now is a segment of Mind Blown by Roger Lowe. Give us a fact to blow our minds.
A fact,
What topic though?
I think.
okay, so I'm very mind blown by this fact myself because it really shattered my reality. Did you know everyone here, everyone's watching, listening, whatever fuck, you actually your whole life you never touch anything.
Oh wow.
Let's go into quantum physics a bit,
okay,
right?
okay.
So why? So my hands on the table or your ass sitting on a chair whatsoever. If you zoom in all the way to atom size, it's like magnet. They actually push each other away. So you can feel, right? So you can feel you can feel solid things that you're touching stuff, but if you zoom in all the way to your atom, you're actually not really touching it. So what keeps you on something solid is actually the magnetic field around your atom. So if you ever see a hot chick and you slap her on the ass, you're actually not slapping her on the ass. But don't do
I
that.
would like to
Look,
try.
police doesn't understand science. So have fun explaining that to the police. But yeah, it's so your whole life you actually never touch anything.
So,
Technically speaking.
So technically we never broke the law at all.
Yeah,
Yes.
Cue the trollololo.
yeah.
That's the biggest troll in our whole life, right? That we never commit murder. Okay, we never actually did anything.
Technically.
No, technically, we have never touched. Actually,
Anything, lah.
Technically.
So you wouldn't mind if I touch you right now, lah?
You're not touching me.
Okay.
can I touch you, Roger?
All right. Knowing the fact, thank you, Roger, for blowing our minds this week. Hopefully, you can blow our minds next week as well. All right. Before I end this segment, what else I want to talk to you guys about? I can't even remember. All right. I already wrote this down, so let me check. Now's the time where we plug in our stuff. Okay, so from my information right now that Arish,
Yeah.
all right, you are selling these creepy crawlies for the people all over the internet.
Yes, I do have an official
You
website.
force them to have sex and produce their babies. Oh shit! I just remembered something. Arish,
Yes.
tell me about the fact about male tarantulas.
Okay. For that, I have to bring out my perfect candidate here.
Is this the guy that you roll my hand?
Yeah. This right here is a matured male charcoal golden knee.
It'd be really awesome if they actually bite you on the camera right now. Yeah, on the podcast.
I'm Arish.
So
I'm
basically,
Arish
if you
Shidu.
see here, right, these two legs here, these two small ones, the shorter legs, those are actually not legs. Those are actually, yes, that's the dick.
What?
Yes.
Wait, what?
So they got
That's
mustache.
the dick.
So they got mustache dicks.
No, they have two dicks in front of their mouths.
So their sexual organ is in their face.
Oh my
literally.
They got
Vaginas
two
and
penises in
penis.
front of
Yeah.
the
Wow.
face. No, the vaginas is actually on the abdomen of the female.
Oh, okay.
So if you observe how they actually mate at times, is the male pushing the female's fangs upwards to prevent from getting struck down and eaten.
Again, he's webbing. Look.
Yeah, it's webbing my hand.
Wait. So right now, okay. So there are three. So these are all females, and that's only male.
No, male, but they're still subadults. They haven't grown yet. And this is a potential female.
Potential. But you can tell.
Can't tell until it molts.
Wait, can it crossbreed into the species?
No. Even if they do and they do produce an egg sac, it will eventually they will have a shorter lifespan compared to how they like normal purebred. And as for
Holding.
in the hobby community, we go against crossbreeding because we do not want to pollute the bloodline and also the purity of this hobby.
Alright, I see.
Of course, there are a bunch of idiots out there that still do it.
Oh, so so people out there do crossbreed
Yes.
species, but it's shamed upon in the community.
Yes.
Okay, I got it now.
So technically, people who do it right are idiots in my perspective.
Okay. Can I buy some tarantulas from you? Different species.
Sure.
One male, one female.
Can, but you're gonna be
I'm gonna make a Metallica blue.
Metallica are blue.
Oh.
Well, you want to tell them about beginners and stuff?
Hold up. First, we have to talk about the male. Remember?
Oh, we still okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the fact is, the males have shorter lifespans compared to the females, and males once they matured out, they will have about a year or a year and a half the most to live. And throughout that entire lifespan, their only job is to look for a female and have fun.
Just say the word.
And have sex.
To fuck.
And then?
So one of two things can occur after they mate.
Even like insect.
They mate successfully. The female will still remain at a trance after the mating ritual is done.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the male can run away safely and look for another female to have fun with.
Okay.
Or the second worst case scenario is the female doesn't fall into the trance after the official penetration. The female will straight away strike down and eat the male.
Damn, you listen to that, boy? You're bad to die.
Oh, but he successfully
Mate and run away.
mate with 4 females already.
Yeah, I thought they're programmed to die.
They're programmed to die
They're not
only
supposed to
after they mate. After they have a lifespan,
Alright.
they maintain to the lifespan until they starve to death. But in captivity, we somehow were able to make sure that they can stay alive a little bit longer.
So in the wild, okay, I got this fact from actually Roger when we sat down at the Kopi Talk, and we had our conversation. I remember Roger specifically telling me that okay, if they manage to escape, they're still bound to die anyways because they in the wild, at least now that I know, is that they will starve themselves to death. Is that
Yes.
true? It's true. In the wild,
Yes.
Only in captivity whereby you can extend.
We can actually extend by a little bit because in captivity we are able to actually give them food to eat.
Oh, okay.
While in the wild, once in a while, depending if the male is in the mood to eat or not.
Oh, okay.
So technically, the male's job is just to find a girl, fuck, get out of there,
And die.
and die.
Imagine if let's say we turn the roles around, like imagine our society work that way.
How you and me
Imagine-
probably won't be
imagine
alive.
we all have a very short lifespan. Number one, we were born to probably we all like crazy bunnies in high school.
I would
And
say
then by the time
Roger and I would be
we all
dead by
died.
now.
Stuff ourselves.
What makes you think you guys are gonna die earlier than us? Me and Joshua.
I mean, look at my body size, man. I'm already starving myself to death.
This call for
This
applause,
is what it, man. Let's do it.
Wait. Roger, you deserve this applause,
I'm already
Roger.
here, man. Yeah, I'm already there, man. I'm just waiting for you guys right now.
Alright. So, to any potential females that want to help him shorten his life, you may message him directly. I'm gonna put his Instagram and the link down below also as well. Okay. So, Roger, would you want that?
Sure. I mean,
Drain him!
I can avoid paying taxes.
Yeah.
Arash, you want to tell them about the communal male? How they go to the first female?
Okay. So
Very
in the
interesting
wild, there are very few species of tarantulas that can be kept communally. So basically,
you wanna explain
communal
what's-
means they live in a community and they have like multiple individuals in one enclosure or within one
They live
webbing.
in a colony.
Yes.
Oh, so
There are
tarantulas?
certain.
Like a herd, like a herd. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So they're not just solitary creatures, lah. Huh?
Not
Not
all.
all, not
Not
all.
all.
Okay.
Okay, so males that mature out faster will technically try to approach a female, even though the female is unmatured, like hasn't yet reached the stage where it's able to mate. It will somehow still back off. They'll just do like a small trance dance and all that. And then if the female still doesn't accept it, and he'll just quietly back off and try to find another female in the communal.
Okay, I see. Alright.
And the potential of them getting eaten in a communal is much less. They are more likely, the males are more likely to die in a natural cause instead of getting eaten by the female in the communal.
Ah, okay.
So that is on my perspective because I've kept 3 different communals. One is the Monocentrophus balfouri, which is called the Socotra Island blue baboon. One is the Inse, also known as, I think it's the Trinidad olive. Yeah, Trinidad olive. And one more, I completely forgot the species name. But yeah, I kind of kept them in a communal. And
So what is like a fish tank or something?
depending on size again
Wait,
and how big.
Didn't you tell me about like how if in communal, how if a male would have died, he'll go back to the first female to be eaten?
That will technically only work if the female is matured and they already mated.
Right.
So
So
can it-
anyway, so what Arash told me is that so in communal, the male would have sex with different females.
Yep.
But when when they know their time is up, they actually go back to the first female.
love,
they have the
so,
first love.
So romantic.
Yeah, they go
so
back to their
romantic.
first love and die in front of her, and she
another
like,
Kill
sacrifice
him.
himself to
Yeah, go play applause for the male spider. That's such a romantic.
Trust feeling it.
Hey, don't feeling it. Hey, don't remind me of my ex.
Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Mr. Krabs. That until today bugs me out. You know, Mr. Krabs and but
The daughter is a pearl.
freaking whale.
I know, right? How can a crab and
Oh yeah. Oh, you make solve something, bro. You're a genius, bro.
we'll never know. Probably adopted.
Maybe
Right.
lah.
Come on, man. I mean, look at what's her name?
Okay, so we are almost running out of time now. So now we have to shamelessly plug your business. You are selling these creatures, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. So where can I get
All
this
right.
information?
So basically, we have a Facebook page. So the Facebook page is My Biopulse, which is technically we sell and also provide tips and care sheets on how to take care of all this stuff. We inside our Facebook page, we have pasted our website, and every post we'll put the website in there. So anything or anytime you feel like you want to go through the list of items or materials you guys need for basic husbandry or advanced husbandry. We also focus on bioactive enclosures, which is technically like microforest.
Oh, okay.
So you can pretty much go through the website and order whatever you want, and we'll ship it with, to you by any beginning of the week Monday.
So only in Malaysia lah, of course, I believe.
Yes, only in Malaysia. We haven't gone
Okay, how much is like
internationally.
a beginner level? Like,
Tarantula.
Should I spend? No.
Okay,
Started.
so beginner tarantulas,
Minimum.
they range differently. So the minimum will be 35 ringgit
Okay.
for one.
Oh, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, you want to see the size? The size is around 1 to 2 cm.
That's the size of Rogers. Never mind.
Say, finish it, man. Finish it. You know, swing first, man. Swing first.
Okay, continue.
So yeah, with that, from there, basically, we will also provide for you cash sheets online, or if you want us to like print it out for you, we'll also provide you.
So the food, which is the other box. that you
Okay.
feed them.
From there, we have different types. We also
you also
provide
sell that?
feeders. Yes,
Okay.
we have like flightless fruit flies. We have mealworms, cockroaches. Cockroaches, we have 2 types: lateralis and what is this? Dubia roaches. These are the standard feeders for any exotic hobbyist that is in the reptile scene for like bearded dragons and geckos,
Oh wow.
or tarantulas, centipedes, and all that.
Interesting.
I also have centipedes
No,
though.
you know, I know a guy. I know a guy that sells all these geckos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether he'll be interested in coming on my podcast. But if he comes on my podcast, will you want to come on my podcast and talk with him too?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, true. Maybe you can see. Maybe you can trade
lizards
tarantulas
survive
and
or the
geckos.
tarantulas
Yeah, you put them in
survive
the.
or the fittest.
Yeah, you put them in the.
We
in
bet.
the-
We bet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we bet.
just
We
put
bet.
them in there.
Yeah, illegal.
Illegal underground fighting.
Underground fighting.
No more podcasts.
No more podcast. Okay, we start live streaming and stuff, guys. What you guys think? Right? Should we do that? Comment below.
No.
Hey, why not lah? This black spider.
Oh, this black spider might look small now, but when it grows up, it'll go
yeah,
about
exactly.
8 to 9
You
inches.
can fight the gecko, bro.
It'll eat the gecko.
Really?
Yes.
The gecko won't win. Hey, okay, my friend who's selling all this stuff, make sure you listen. He's challenging your reptiles now.
No.
It's between the battle between arachnids and reptiles.
I do not want to see geckos dying.
Oh, it's a challenge already. Okay. So, anyways, thanks to you guys for coming to my first ever podcast, and I hope this is something that is going to be going on.
Nah, it's good. It's good. You learn something new every day.
You know,
yeah?
this half pendatang bugger. Okay lah, I don't want to say
We're
anything.
here to take over, man.
They're coming here.
Noise.
Okay. Just for the record, he has an IC lah. Okay, don't worry, he's not
Blue
real.
IC.
Sure about that.
Blue IC.
Blue, not red IC ah. Listen ah.
Nah, that's my mom.
So, hey, what's the body, government body?
mom.
What's the body that comes and catch illegal immigrants today?
The immigration.
Immigration?
Yeah,
Yeah.
immigration lah. I think so lah. Okay, so lah.
What
If
are you
they
trying
capture,
to say?
if-
What are you
if
trying
they
to say,
capture,
bro?
If they capture, right? They only
What
capture.
you wanna go, bro?
Hey, they capture half of you only, right?
Yeah.
They probably cut him in half.
Cut him in
and then
half. Me in half.
This half goes free, this half comes to
Okay.
custody.
Okay. Alright. So, anyways, thanks for coming, you guys. Alright, I really appreciate your time coming over here.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having
Alright,
us.
thanks for
Hey,
having us.
Roger,
man.
the mic there lah. We're not going to hear you.
Thanks for having us.
Alright, that's good lah.
Thanks for having us, man.
Okay, right. So, guys, stay tuned for the next episode. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to talk about next week, but... this
Shout
will
out
be
Nutrition Pro.
Oh, God!
Shout out what?
What? Nutrition Pro.
What else?
Well, right now, I'm being sponsored.
Girafix.
Graphics.
Oh,
He's doing
Girafix. Shout out what else?
Shut up.
Jenny.
Yo.
Hey,
Shut up,
his
shut
mom-
up.
Hey, done. I'm done. Fuck this podcast. Fuck everyone.
Okay. Wrap. Okay.
Alright.